Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Axe Japan. Welcome to another guitar lesson. It has been a while, so I'm sorry about that, but yeah, just other things going on. And I was releasing, my own music and stuff as well. So we're finally back to doing some BAND-MAID covers and lessons. So I hope you enjoyed the cover for Sayonakidori and the little skit as well. Hope you found it funny. But if you're here to learn the song, then let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get through this as quick as possible because there's quite a lot to get through. This song's actually, fairly complex. There's a lot of parts. So yeah, there's a lot to get through. So let's just get right into it. Tuning for this song, we are in drop D and we're in standard tuning. So if I play an open D, sounds like that. Signal chain for this is just the same as I used for the cover. So the Gibson going into my pedal board and going into my orange Rockerverb 50 Mark III. Pedal wise, all I'm really using is the amp distortion and Rockett Audio Designs Archer Silver for overdrive. And there's a little bit delay from the Boss DD200, I think. A little bit. Okay, so this is just for Kanami's side of things. I will hopefully do Miku's side of things because she's doing some interesting stuff as well. And she's also playing kind of like a harmonized solo, so we'll have to do the other part of that. So we'll get into that later down the road, but for now we'll just stick to Kanami's part. And I did throw in a bit of Miku's part in there for the verse, just because we could. So let's jump straight into it.
Intro.
Okay, so the intro for the song, there's actually like 3 guitar parts going on. I'm just actually sticking with what the book was saying this time, which, just basically just doing everything it said was guitar 2, which is normally Kanami. So there's a little kind of like high lead part, but we just left that. So Kanami does the chords with the picking. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll back the volume a tad, just to clean the signal up a little bit. Okay, so what we've got here is a bar chord here on the 1st fret A string. This is an A sharp. So it's just 1, 3, 3, and then bar the rest. And just, and then just do that over. Now we're going to a C, so 3 on the A, 2 on the D, open, and then 3 on the B. Then we're going into a D minor. So that's open D, 3 on the B, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, and 1 on the high E. And then we've got this kind of like A minor. It's not an A minor, it's a type of A minor. If you hear my guitar cutting out, it's just because I've got the noise gate on pretty heavy because this guitar is noisy. So all I'm doing is 1 finger on the 1st fret B string, playing the open A, playing the open G, playing the B, back to the G, and then the high E. And then repeat. And then after the D minor, we're gonna bar. So the way I did it was just bar with my last 3 fingers on the bottom 3 strings. And then you've got 4th fret G string. And then back to the A sharp. And then stop. And that's it. Okay, so I'll just play that over so you can hear. And then it's into the kind of main riff. Okay, so the main riff of the song goes like this. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going G string 7, 7, 9, 10, back to 7, 10 on the B, kind of repeat that. Then we've got, so that's 6, that's 8 on the high E, hammer on pull off 7 to 8, back to 10 on the B, and then finish 8 on the B. And then repeat that. And then we've got this part. So it's high E, 8, 7 on the G, and then high E on the 10. Oh, sorry, just finish on that. And then repeat, and that's it.
Verse 1.
Okay, now into the verse. So the book says that Kanami doesn't play this part, but you might as well, because it's, you know, you can get to it easily and it's cool to play. So this is kind of a weird part because it almost sounds as if it's in a weird time signature, but it's not. It's just where the sort of where the strums are placed, everything's really pushed. So it's quite cool. It's quite unique. So it goes like this. See, this will sound kind of strange without the drums and stuff. It might not sound like there's anything weird going on, but this is kind of one of those situations where you just have to use your ear and just try and follow along. But everything is kind of pushed, so you kind of have to like... You know, that kind of thing. But type along. It's hard. Sorry, it's hard to do by tapping your foot. So it's just open power chord. So that's bar chord on the 8. And then it's 8 to 10. And then 10 to 11. And that's it. And then it goes into the bridge.
Bridge!
Okay, the bridge part goes like this. And just repeat that. So what we're doing here is B string 10, back to 7 again on the G, 5 back to 7, and then 10 on the G. And then we've got this. So that's 7 to 8 on the G, and then 7 to 10 on the B. And then we do that again. And then we've got, that's just 10, 9, 12 on the G. And then repeat that, and that's it. Okay, after that it goes into another bridge, a chord one this time. Okay, so all that is 8 power chord. So this is one. I'm not sure what time signature this is in, but it's not 4/4. So it's 8 to 10 bar, and then we're going to do 11 and then 12 on the A. So you get that, and then 12. Back to 8, 7. So all that is just open, and then bar 1, and then 4 palm mutes on the open, and then it's into the chorus.
Koroso!
Okay, chorus part. Okay, that's the first part. So we'll just go over that quickly. So we're kind of doing this thing where we're pedaling off of the D string here. So the D string, you're going to keep your first finger always on the 12th fret. We're going to play 15 on the B pinky. So we're going 15 to 13. And we're just keeping that palm muted all the time. So it's 15 to 13 on the B, and then 14 on the G. And then when we get back, we get 13, hammer on to 15. And then back to 13. And then we've got this tail. So that's 12 to 14, back to 12. Hammer on, pull off. And then 15, 14 on the D string. And then we just repeat that pattern. But this time we just go down, back to 13. And then we finish it by, we're going to replace the pedal note, the sort of root note, to 10th fret G string. And we're going to do 13, 12, and then bar, so you get the 10. And then finish on 13 on the B. And then we've got this octave part. So we're doing 10 to 12, A string root note, up to 15. Back to 10. And then we finish it with. So that's just open, 2, 3, back to open. This is all on the D string, by the way. To 7. Repeat, and then 10, open, 12, open. Sorry, just finish on 12. Okay, then we just repeat that part again, and we just add a different tail on. So you do 3 of those, and then we've got, so that's 17, 15, start on 17, then we do hammer on pull off, 15, 17, 15, and then 18 on the B, 15 on the B, and then a bend up, down on the 17 G string, and then 14 on the G, and then 15 on the D, all together. And then we've got, this is one of the most awkward parts in the whole song, because you have to do that slide from 10 to 12 on the D, and then we have to get into this octave. So it's like kind of, you slide up. I mean, you could do a hammer on, I guess. I find it easier to slide, but it just means you have to go back really quick. So we've got 10 here on the G, and then 13 on the high E, mute the one in the middle. Slide that up 2 frets, so you're starting on 12. And then back to 10, back to 9, and then 5. And then we're back into the main riff.
Bridge!
Okay, after that main riff, the second verse, there's no guitar, it's just drums. And then it goes into kind of variation on the second half of the verse. A variation on the bridge. So it goes like. So just open there. And then we've got this. Okay. and then okay, so all that is open, and then so it's 1, open, 1, 4, up to 7, and then we continue on the rest of the bar from 8, and then up to 10. So this last chord that we do, it's 11 on the low string, and then 10 on the A. And then when we get up to 8 the second time, we just look at palm mute, and then it's into the next half of the bridge, where we do a little kind of octave thing. Okay, so it's just 8 root notes A to 7, and then up to 10, back to 8, 8 to 7, and then so chunky palm muting, and then 3 palm mutes to finish. You could hit that first fret bar twice. Doesn't really matter. Then it's into the chorus, and then after that, Kanami doesn't play anything. Kind of Miku takes over before the octave solo. So yeah, so we're into the first guitar solo, which is the octave solo.
Guitar solo!
Okay, so this is the solo that harmonizes with Miku, or Miku harmonizes with Kanami. But I'm just going to cover what Kanami plays, and then like I said, we'll get to Miku's part in another lesson. So we're starting A root note again. So we're starting on 5. Okay, so that's the start. So it's 5 to 7, and then to 10 to 8. Then we're going to shift up, and then the rest of the solo takes place on the sort of higher octaves. So it's the 2 frets apart ones, the ones I love. So we're going to jump up to 10 root note now, and then to 7, and then up to 8, 8 to 12. So it's 12, and then 11, and then up to 14. Then back to 12, and then we do this chromatic descending. And then start the bar again on 8. Okay, so I'll just play all that together first so you're not too lost. Okay, that's where we're starting from. Up to 10, to 5, and then 3. 3, 5, 7. To 10, and then we finish picking pattern. The strumming pattern changes a bit here. Okay, and that's the whole solo. It goes straight into the verse. It goes straight into the chorus part. But then there's a slight difference. We do this. And then it goes into something else that's crazy. But funnily enough, this part doesn't seem to be in the book too much, or definitely not what Kanami plays anyway, which is quite strange. So I had to kind of work this part out by ear. So after that, so all that is, after that chorus riff. It's 8, 7, 8, 7 on the D, back to 8 and then up to 10. And then we go into octaves, 8 to 10. And then we've got this, which is such a weird, like arpeggio. Is crazy. I'm still not that great at doing it. It's actually a really cool thing to practice because it's really cool for coordination. But it's done very fast. It's like almost a sweep, really. So what we're doing is we're going up and then we're coming down 1 fret below. So we're going up, staying on 1 fret, doing the arpeggio, and then we're going to shift down a fret to come down. And then we're going to go down again to go up, and then down again to come back down again. So you end up going like with the root notes. Sorry. Yeah, so the root notes end up going like that from every pass, every 3 notes. Okay, so the first notes go up and they start 10, 12, 13. And then we come down 12, 11, 9. Okay, so just practice that first. Try and get that down. And then we do the same thing again, just next fret down. So that's 8, 10, 11, 10, 9, 7. And then after that, it's just like there's a little pause and then it just goes straight back into the kind of chorus riff before the ending guitar solo. So you just end it with the because that kind of part takes up the first half of the solo. Same thing again. So the solo kind of starts before that bit finishes, but don't worry about that. So now we'll get into the outro / second guitar solo.
Guitar solo!
Okay, so the solo starts with this. Okay, so all that is 10, 11, 12 on the D, and then 10, 12 on the G. And then we're going to bend 13 full bend. Hit it up there again and then bring it down. And then we're going to do, so that's a slide up on G string up to 14 and then 13 on the B. And then, so that's 12, 10, 12. Back to 12, back to 10. So that's 9, 10, 9. 10 on the D, up to 12. Back to 10 on the D. And then, so now we've got slide up to 12, back to 10 on the D. Then the same on the G as well. And then, it's a kind of classic Kanami thing to do. So bend up on the 12, hit the 13 on the B at the same time, and then we bring it down, pull it off to the 10, and then 12, 10 again on the G. Okay, and then we get into probably the hardest part of the solo, which is these chromatic licks here. Yeah, difficult. So we've got 3 up, 3, 4, 5 on the same on the A, and then same on the D. And we finish on 7 on the G string. Then we do the same 10, 12 10, 11, 12 on the A, 10, 11, 12 on the D. Then we finished on 12 on the G this time. Okay, and then after that is the tapping part. Left hand, first finger is going to be on 8, high E string, second finger is going to be on 10. Then we're going to be tapping 15. Okay, that's the first part. Okay, so all that is tapping, tap, pull off, 8, 10, back to so 15, 13, 17, then 15, pull off to 8, and then 13, and then repeat, and then we do, so then it's 15, 13 to 12, and then same kind of pattern. We just go from back and forth between 12 and 13. And then finish it the same way as before. But then we just finish on that 15. Okay, then we go into some tremolo picking. It goes like this. Okay, I find it a lot easier to tremolo pick standing up. So starting on this is the G, starting on 7, up to 10, 12, 14, back to 12, back to 10, to 9, back to 10. Back to 7. 7, 10, 12, 14, and then 13 on the B to 15, and then 13 on the high E to 15. And then it's into my favorite part of the solo, this cool like bluesy bit. So we're gonna finish on that 15 on the high E and just bend it right up. So full bend on the 15. Bring it down slowly, and then it's a bit pushed up until the full bend on the 18. So after that full bend on 18, you bring it down, but then you play 17. And then it's 17, 16, 15. Back to 13. And then bend on 15. And then another one of those licks where you just bend down, pull off, and then back again. So all together. And then it's so that's just a hammer on 10 to 12 on the D. And this is all kind of alternative as well. And then we're barring here over the G and the B on 10. And then up to 12. Twice. And then it's then we've got another tremolo picking pattern. Which is just 12 on the D, 10 on the G, 12 on the G, 10 on the B. So then we jump right up to the 15 on the high E. That's 15, 17, 20, 22. Okay. So that part. And that's the whole solo. And the whole song as well, so there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you have fun playing that. I certainly did. A lot more fun than trying to learn HDK, that's for sure. And like I said, it's I think from learning this, it's actually become like one of my favorites on the album. Actually, I love the melody, and just love all the interesting guitar stuff going on. So yeah, it's a really cool one. So don't forget to check out the cover if you haven't already. A link will be at the end of this video and in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you soon in the next video. Next one will probably be the new BAND-MAID tribute song, original track that is finally done. I just need to make a video for it and everything, and then yeah, that'll be up. So I'm super excited to release that. So thank you guys so much again. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.